My wife and I have just come out to plant out all of our seedlings. We've got a load of seedlings ready to either be winter veg or to overwinter. And we're doing it in an impending thunderstorm. We've already made a start once and then ran back into the house. But we're going to get this in. What we do have is this space left over from some of our potatoes. If you'll remember, we had a potato incident. We had blight, so we had to pull them all out. So we've got all this space become available a little bit earlier than we were expecting. One of the beautiful things about this weather is it's perfect for planting things out, because you're not going to have that extreme heat that you can get sometimes in August, so your plants aren't going to suffer from that. And of course you don't need to worry about watering them in because everything is soaking. So we're going to get some of these in now. We need at least 3, aren't we? It started raining, so I'm going to have to pack the phone away. It is absolutely hammering down. I'm sheltering under this bush, but my wife, bless her, is soldiering on. While I'm here, I may as well talk to you. So my squash, we've got some squash plants, and oh my goodness, they are loving this weather. Oh, the camera, my phone's getting wet. I'm going to have to put it away. I've got some squash plants back there that are loving this weather. They are starting to take over the whole bed. Oh look, surprising as it may be, here's the sun. I've just come in out of the rain and you can hear the thunder. My ridiculously amazing wife has decided she wants to stay out in there and get the rest of that bed planted. Madness to me. I was quite happy to come in and go back out, but to be fair to her, you know, as she quite rightly said, we've tried that a couple of times and we haven't had more than 10 minutes dry weather. But my son, while we were out there, before he came to find us, if you just saw that flash of lightning, I could see it from the house. So we're going to get another rumble now. Nice. But my son had harvested this bucket of pears, which is great news. We've actually lost. Oh, no, normally I would go and show you at the tree, but we've got a pear tree which is really heavily laden. In fact, I can probably show you a bit better from a different window. And so heavily laden that we've actually lost one of the branches. So that branch you can see right there at the end of my finger has actually come away from the tree. And luckily it's resting on top of one of our compost piles. So there's that. But the reason is because of the weight of the fruit. Just it's been a ridiculous year for fruit. So my son has gone and very kindly harvested a bucket of pears. Now, they're still a little bit hard to eat. I like pears when they're super soft, but they are one of the fruits that will ripen off the tree, unlike things like figs. So there you go. My wife hopefully won't be too much longer and hasn't been struck by lightning. So in the event that both of those things come to pass, I'm going to make her a coffee. So I think me and my wife, we've obviously come in and got changed into some cozy clothes. We got very, very wet, and I don't think we're going to go back out and finish the planting today, even though, as you can see, the weather's brightened up. It's early evening now, so I've just processed some courgettes to go in the freezer, and we're actually, despite all my doom and gloom sometimes about how well we've done with our annual vegetable bed, we are starting to build up quite a nice stock of frozen vegetables, frozen produce. Looking now, we've got quite a lot of beans. I'll just look at, there's no space in that freezer for these. So we've got quite a lot of beans. Probably we're going to be there with beans. We're going to have enough beans to get us right through to next year. Certainly with courgettes. And there's a few other bits and pieces that we've been able to freeze as well. Some spinach and some kale. and stuff like that. So we are definitely getting there. The freezer's getting fairly full. We've also saved a load of rhubarb and things like that in the freezer. So it's not quite as pessimistic as, or rather, perhaps I have been a little bit pessimistic, and more so than I should have been, because we are starting to get there. We're also starting to bring more and more produce in the house. So we brought in some parsnips today. We've got cabbages coming on nicely. So there's definitely going to be quite a bit of cabbage to go in the freezer. And we're storing loads and loads of fruit and mushrooms and things like that. So no, it's not going to be as successful as last year. And no, I wouldn't be happy with this yield next year. But given everything that we've been up against, I think we're going to be okay. So now I'm just going to prepare tea for me and my boys. My daughter's staying at Granny's house, and my wife's cooking for herself tonight. I'm not sure what she's having, but she wanted to cook for herself. So we're going to be having eggs and bacon. The bacon that I've been curing in the fridge, and obviously eggs from our hens. So that'll do for today. A bit of a bits and bobs video for you, because it's been a bit of a bits and bobs day. So from us to you, see you tomorrow.